Hello anime warriors, welcome to Anime Modex official channel and today we are breaking down Jujutsu Kaisen season 3 episode 6. So without wasting any time, let's jump straight into the story. The episode begins with Fushiguro. He uses a guard shadow to quietly sneak inside the building. As soon as he enters, he silently knocks the guard unconscious. On the other side, Panda is already standing in front of two guards. One of them recognizes him. That's the fighting panda. He is not a normal animal, and obviously, Panda knows both of them out too. Then Panda takes the emergency stairs where there are no CCTV cameras. Megumi and Panda reach the rooftop where Hakari office is located, but suddenly Kirara appears in front of them. Both of them are shocked for a moment because they thought Kirara would be with Hakari. The moment Kirara sees Megumi, she recognizes him. He is the same guy who came with Yuji. She quickly understands the situation. Panda brought them inside. That means they are students from Jujutsu High, which means Hakari might be in danger. She immediately alerts Hakari. Megumi doesn't waste time, he summons Divine Dog and attacks, but Kirara activates her techniques and suddenly Megumi starts getting pulled towards his own Shikigami. Kirara starts running towards the office. Panda chases her while trying to explain, "We are not your enemies. We just want to talk to Akari." But Kirara replies directly, "I don't trust you at all." Because of her techniques, Panda can get closer to her. Divine dogs block her path, but Megumi himself gets attached towards the dog. Now Megumi starts analyzing. Is this some kind of crush type technique? We see a star mark behind Panda. Megumi also has a different marking on him. Megumi calmly talks to Kirara. "We are not here on behalf of Jujutsu High. You know about the barriers. In Tokyo, they are part of Karin game, and we need Hakari help." But Kirara refuses to listen. Megumi asks directly, "Why were you two expelled from Jujutsu High?" Panda explains, "The higher-ups are conservative. They don't like new types of curse techniques. The Jujutsu world is mixing with technology, and they don't accept techniques like Hakari's." Kirara angry says, "The higher-ups have always been crazy. They have Gojo Satoru to handle everything. So why do you need Hakari?" Megumi replies, "Gojo Sensei has been sealed." Kirara can't believe it. Megumi decides he has to convince her. He uses rabbit escape. Many rabbits appear on the field, but Megumi notices all of them have the same marking and the office gate has different mark. Kirara thinks she can assign marks to Shikigami too. The rabbits will be get attached towards Megumi and crush him, but Megumi quickly dismisses the rabbits. Then he casually asks Panda, "How were the rabbits?" Panda says, "Very cute, but not cuter than me." Megumi replies, "That's not what I meant. Where couldn't the rabbits go?" Panda answers clearly, "They couldn't go near Kirara or near the office door." Now Megumi realizes this technique is related to stars. He remembers the Southern Cross constellation. Looking at Kirara's expression, he confirms his guess was correct. Her technique is called rendezvous. She assigns 4 stars from the Southern Cross and a fifth star, Mimosa. If two objects share the same stars, they get attached to each other, and one star can only move to the next star if it follows the fixed order of the constellation. That means Megumi has to touch Mimosa to reach Kirara and the office door. Kirara gets nervous and assigns a star to a car. The car crashes into Panda. Panda throws it away, but the car comes flying back and hits him again. Megumi realizes to assign a star, Kirara needs to touch the object or she can mark cursed energy directly. He notices a parking spot labeled Mimosa, plane ready. Megumi throws a rabbit toward Panda. Panda throws the rabbit onto Mimosa. Indirectly, Megumi touches Mimosa. Kirara throws a car at Megumi, but from behind, Divine Dog catches it. Then the truth is revealed. Megumi never dismissed the dog. It was hiding behind the wall. As soon as Kirara came in between, the dog grabbed her and pulled her toward Megumi. Kirara is forced to detective her technique. Megumi holds her hand and says, "Now listen to us carefully." Kirara asks, "How did you know the dog would come in the right direction?" Megumi replies, "It was a gamble, but the one with more cursed energy. Things tend to get attached toward them." Kirara is impressed. She finally ready to listen. Suddenly, the office door breaks open and Yuji is thrown outside. Hakari threw him out. Hakari keeps punching him again and again, and he confused. "Why aren't you fight back?" Yuji decides he won't retaliate. He needs to earn Hakari trust. Hakari sets a condition. "If you can stand on your feet, then I will talk." After every punch, Yuji stands up again. Hakari asks, "Why do you need my help?" Yuji replies, "My senior told me you are strong." Hakari says, "So you want me to risk my life?" Then Yuji says, "I'm not a hero. I'm just a cog, a small gear in a machine." Hakari calls him boring and lands a powerful punch that sends him flying nearly 100 meters away. But Yuji stands up again and says, "A machine can't run without its cog. I will keep standing until you agree." That line hits Hakari deeply. Finally, Hakari agrees to make a deal. Kirara explains Akari heads the higher ups, but what he enjoys the most is staying in the Jujutsu world and helping people. Then Kogane Shikigami appears. A new culling game rule is announced. Rule number 9. Now any player can see others' player information, name, points, edit rules, and colony location. This rule was added by Kashimo. He had 200 points. The current players felt too weak to him. Now he wants to fight Sukuna directly. So he used 100 points to add this rule. And with that, the episode ends. If you enjoyed this explanation, make sure to like, share, and press the bell icon so you never miss more cinematic anime breakdowns like this. So you see you in the next episode.